Compliance is about having internal policies and procedures designed to prevent and detect violations, of applicable law, regulations, rules, and ethical standards by employees, agents, business partners, and others. Any regulated company should and often must use archiving on their social media. And the best approach is to leverage existing and established archiving that's already in place for email, for example. So let's take a look at a solution from IBM and Actians. Any content that's created, updated, or deleted in IBM Connections is going to be tracked and monitored in real time through the Actians Vantage solution. So for example, let's just create a blog entry in Connections. And this is going to be about discount drugs, for example. And we're going to add a picture of some drugs that we have on the web that we've copied, and we're going to put this into our blog. And then the text of the blog talks about the different types of drugs and things like that. So finally, we're done with the blog entry, so we're just going to post that now to our blog. So as you can see, we have just a blog, and a coworker, Natalie, has commented on this blog, and her comment may not be as appropriate as maybe she intended it to be, but she's talking about a friend who knows a friend, right? Who knows this guy that has 10,000 shares at an entry price of only $32, with a guarantee it's going to jump to $75, right? Well, all you have to do is send me your social security number and I'll execute the buy for you. Well, being kind of a naive person, you're going to add a comment and say, well, this is great, Natalie. It's nice to have friends like you. Here's my social security number. So you're going to post that and submit that. So here's the blog with the two comments. And maybe after a little time, you decide, well, maybe I should contact Natalie and talk about these comments that we posted to this blog. So you view Natalie's profile and you notice that she's online. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a chat with Natalie, and you're going to maybe just say something about, oh, Natalie, hi, do you have a second? We need to talk, kind of a thing. So she comes back and says, sure. But what you notice, the first thing is there's a disclaimer, a policy disclaimer that talks about all the instant messaging sent to and from this buddy are going to be logged. So what the system is doing is it's actually alerting you that all your chats are going to be captured and tracked and monitored. So sure, we're talking about some things that we probably should be talking about. We're talking about buying things. We're talking about a guarantee. And she says she agrees with that. We're talking, and we actually exchange social security numbers. Now there's a chat that goes on, and it talks about we should let our manager know. Well, what we've done is we've highlighted certain words or phrases to be blocked from being sent. And in this case, it's the word manager. So whenever a chat has the word manager in it, the system is not going to send that chat. And so you can see from the system administrator, the previous message was not sent due to company policy. So we've set that up. And so that chat wasn't sent. Next, we probably should probably delete the comments that you talked about the friend of a friend with a guaranteed price, and especially my comment about my social security number. I shouldn't be posting that. So going back to the blog, we can actually look at the settings of the blog, and we can actually then go down to the specific comments that were posted in the blog. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually just go and delete those comments from the system. Okay, so now they're deleted. So probably no harm, right? Nothing, nobody really saw that. Well, like what I said earlier is everything that is created, updated, or deleted in Connection is actually being tracked in real time. And based on certain words and phrases, we can get an immediate email alert sent to a person or several persons, identifying, the word that was used, the context around it, the sentence, the paragraph, or whatever, and who sent it. So that is all being done in real time when the actual interaction happened, when that create or update actually happened. So let's switch gears and take a look at a compliance officer or the HR manager. And they would log in and look at this type of a dashboard here where you can look at the instant messaging chats that are going on for the day. You can take a look at the collaboration. The collaboration are the interactions where content is created, updated, deleted in Connections. And you can see that George, Kyle, and Natalie have been doing some interaction so far. You can also see in the right-hand column there the phrase that are flagged for violation. So what we've done in our system is we've identified certain words like manager, a regular expression, for example, for a social security number, we've identified as a phrase to be tracked and monitored. Then you can also see the people that have used those restricted phrases, like George, Natalie, and Kyle have used those in either a chat or in a blog or a status update, or in a file. So let's take a look at how you manage these restricted phrases. You identify a word or a phrase or a regular expression. Like, for example, a social security number has 3 numbers, a dash, 2 numbers, a dash, and 4 numbers. You can identify that for the US, or you could set one up for Canadian personal identification numbers where it's 3 numbers, 3 numbers, and 3 numbers. You can have stock symbols, you can have words, you can have phrases, you can block it in a same time instant messaging chat. Like, for example, the word manager is being blocked from being sent, so you can block that, and then you can alert someone or multiple people in real time when that was used. So let's take a look at the interactions that occurred during the day, and we'll select collaboration, which is for the social media that was created, updated, deleted in Connections. And there's 3 people that have done some interactions. Let's take a look at what I've done. I created a post, I created a comment, and deleted 2 comments, right? So the post is that blog, right? So there's the text, and it actually highlights some of the restricted phrases in the text. But you can also, view this in a rich text context of how it was actually created in Connections. You can see the picture and then the text of the blog, but you can also then look at the context of the actual blog. The context is who is commenting on it. So for example, Natalie created the comment, and then George created a comment, but then the comments were deleted. So all of those creates, updates, and deletes are being tracked in real time in the Vantage environment. So now let's take a look at the same time instant messaging chats that are going on. The chat between George and Natalie. Let's take a look at the chat session between them, the two, and you can see the policy disclaimers. You can see that the word manager was used, but it was blocked from being sent. And you can see, the text that was going on between the two buddies in this case. To summarize, social media needs to be monitored and tracked, not only for regulated industries, but for any organization to protect their employees, from litigation, and to protect their assets that they have, their content, their data. IBM and Actians has a solution to monitor the creates, updates, and deletes that's happening in Connections, and to be stored in real time and monitored in real time through the Actians Vantis solution.